Hi everyone, I'm Harshita S. I'm currently pursuing Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So my today's topic is about the storage area network, and in that we'll be studying a very important topic, that is the fiber channel technology. So first let us see what is the fiber channel technology. So the fiber channel is an high-speed data transfer protocol that is providing in-order lossless delivery of raw block data, and fiber channel is primarily used to connect computer data storage to servers in storage area networks, that is commonly called as SAN, in the commercial data centers. So fiber channel networks forms a switch fabric because the switches in a network will operate in a unison as a one big switch. So this fiber channel typically runs on optical fiber cables within and between the data centers, but it can also run on copper cabling, which will be supported by the data rates that will be including 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128 gigabyte per second, which will result in improvements in the successful technology generations. So the industry now notates this as a gigabyte fiber channel, which is commonly called as GFC. So this fiber channel was designed as a serial interface to overcome the limitations of the SCSI and HIPPI physical layer parallel signal copper wire interfaces. And SCSI is small computer system interface, which is popularly known. And such interfaces face the challenge of, among other things, which will maintain the signal timing coherence across all the data signal wires, which will be consisting of the 8, 16, and finally 32 for SCSI and 50 for HIPPI. So that a receiver which will determine when and all the electrical signal values will be good. That means it will be stable and valid for simultaneous reception sampling. So this challenge become even more difficult in a mass manufacture technology as the data signal frequencies increase, with part of the technical comprehension being ever reducing the supporting connecting copper parallel cable length. So we can refer it for the parallel SCSI for more details. And this FC was developed with the leading edge multi-mode optical fiber technologies, which can overcome the speed limitation of ESCON protocol. What is the main goal of fiber channel and why was it created? So the goal of fiber channel is to create a short area network. That is the storage area network that is used to connect servers to storage. So the SAN is a dedicated network that will enable multiple servers to access data from one or more storage devices. And this includes the enterprise storage that uses the SAN to backup to secondary storage devices, including the disk arrays, tape libraries, and other backup, while the storage is still accessible to the server. So servers may access storage from multiple storage devices over the network as well. SANs are often designed with dual fabrics, which will increase the fault tolerance. So two completely separate fabrics are operational, and if the primary fabric fails, then the secondary fabric becomes the primary one. What are the benefits of using this fiber channel, and should it be used, and why is it all? We'll be learning now. So it's optimized out of the box. And when you build a fiber channel based storage area network, there's no optimization that needs to be done. So fiber channel comes out of the box optimized for storage traffic. And there are settings you can tweak most of the time. There's nothing that needs to be done other than set port modes and set up zoning. And the same is true for the host HBS. While there are some knobs you can tweak, for the most part, the default settings will get you a highly performant storage network. It's possible to build an Ethernet network that performs just as well as a fiber channel network. It just typically takes more work. You might need to tune MTU jumbo frames, TCP driver settings, that is flow control settings, for a several other tweaks. And you need someone that knows what all the little need knobs to do on the IP networks. So in the fiber channel, it's fire and forget. So it's an air gapped network. It is also an air gapped network. So what is this air-gapped network is nothing but, so from host to storage area, fiber channel is an air-gapped network in that storage traffic and non-storage traffic would run on completely separate networks. This fiber channel's nearly exclusive payload is the small computer system interface, and this SCSI as a protocol is far more fragile than other protocols. So running it on a separate network makes more sense operationally. Think about it. So if you unplug an Ethernet cable while you're watching a YouTube video of cats for more than 5 seconds and plug it back in it, so you might see some buffering and you might not depend on how much it gets prefetched. So if you unplug your hard drive for 5 seconds while buffering, it is going to last for your worries, right? So this is how this fiber channel looks when it's working, and that will be connected to an storage area network. So this is the live of it. So what are the ports and what are the types that is connected to this fabric? So that is nothing but, so first there is N port, that is the point-to-point fabric, and next NL port, that is the node that is connected to an orbitated loop, and next is the F port that is connected to the fabric port, and FL port, it's the fabric connected to an arbitrated loop, and L port, that is the hub port on an arbitrated loop, and next LCF, that is link control facility, which is commonly called as LCF, that is a hardware facility that will bind to each end of the link and governs transmission and reception of information. So E port, which is the interswitch expansion port that is used to connect an E port of another switch to build a large fabric, and FC switch, it's a network switch that interconnects servers and storage ports. What is this fiber channel speed? So fiber channel technology will support various speeds to cater to different performance requirements, and the available speeds for the fiber channel are typically denoted by the number of gigabytes per second. So here are commonly used speeds. So 1 Gbps. So this was initial speed that was introduced for fiber channel and provided a significant improvement over traditional SC-SI connections. It is still used in some legacy systems, but has been largely replaced by high-speed options. Next is the 2 Gbps. So this speed will double the data transfer rate compared to 1 Gbps, offering the increased performance for storage networks. However, 2 Gbps fiber channel is now considered outdated and less commonly used. Next is the 4 Gbps. So the 4 Gbps, so the introduction of the fiber channel provided a substantial boost in the performance and became the standard for many SAN deployments. So it offered twice the speed of 2 Gbps and improved the overall throughput. Next is the 8 Gbps. With the demand for higher data rates, 8 Gbps fiber channel emerged as a significant advancement in the SAN technology. It doubled the speed of 4 Gbps, enabling faster data transfer and accommodating growing storage requirements. 16 Gbps. So this speed marked another major leap in fiber channel performance, offering twice the speed of 8 Gbps. It provided enhanced bandwidth for demanding applications and allowed for increased scalability. 32 Gbps. So the latest speed available for FC is 32 Gbps, which delivers exceptional performance and bandwidth. It supports high-speed data transfers, making it suitable for modern storage, intensive environments, and applications. It's important to note that the actual achievable throughput may vary due to factors such as distance, cable quality, and other environmental considerations. And the fiber channel speeds can be mixed with a SAN infrastructure, allowing the organizations to leverage different speeds based on the specific requirements and device capabilities. Thank you. This is about the SAN. Thank you.